Good morning and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. I'm filming this intro last because I didn't plan on filming my walk. Okay, come on, let's go walk with me. We're going to start down at the park. Occupational therapy is home with Dale, so I'm taking this chance to go on a walk. And yes, it's misting, but I'm still enjoying myself. And the sunglasses are to protect my glasses underneath from getting wet. So come on, before we go back home to cook Dale's lunch. You see that down there? Growing up in East Texas, we had one of those in our yard, and us 4 kids would climb it all the time. Or maybe it was just me. I loved that tree. There was a massive tree here they recently cut down. Sorry, the duck startled me. This whole park is a flood control area, and this area really became swampy, and the roots around this tree were rotten. So it definitely needed to come down. A few years ago, I rescued a blue heron. It got stuck in some fishing line. That water was freezing cold. I struggled to get it loose, and a lady brought me a pair of scissors, and I cut its foot loose. And luckily, it wasn't injured. Looks like this is the next tree to go. Dale and I call this our Whomping Willow. You know, like in the Harry Potter movie? It's a corkscrew willow. It looks hollow inside. I suspect they're going to take it down soon. Yeah, I think. Every year I say I'm going to buy a fishing license. And I never do. I love to fish. Maybe this is the perfect year for it. It would be a good sitting activity for Dale and I. We'll see. This is my favorite part of the creek. And there are mulberry trees along here. And sometimes I come here and forage them, but I think they're done for the year. During COVID, they worked on dredging out parts of the creek to help with flood control. And they cleared out the brush along the bank. I used to come out here and sit with a book, and I'd stay for hours while Dale worked in D.C. And back then, I had to clear the brush myself. I love being outside. I'm an outdoor girl. I would live outside if I could. My alarm tells me it's time to turn around and head home. I don't want Dale left alone when occupational therapy leaves, because this morning his blood pressure was low. He hasn't been dizzy, but I don't want to take the risk. It's raining again. But the benefit is it's cool. It's this crazy weather for late June. It's a nice walkway, but in the rain, it sure is slick. So I like to cut across the grass. What are you going to do to be active today? Think about it. I'm blessed to live in such a green city. They really make green space a priority. And here in the heart of the city, we have this nice, long, linear park. It's our Central Park. These are some old black walnut trees. There used to be 4, but one got knocked down by a tornado several years ago. I like that the city isn't quick to cut down trees. Like that tree, there were some owls that used to nest in there, and they left it for as long as possible. Dead trees serve a purpose too, but of course they can't be dangerous to people. They finally closed the pool. I guess they had left it open because it wasn't lightning, but now it's closed. Two boys and only one girl. They're competing for her affection. Are you like me? Do you just find it easier to breathe outside? Are you more at peace? It's definitely my space. Soon for the 4th of July, this whole park is going to be just packed. It's going to be full of people, food trucks, tents, activities, a huge flag. They'll hang it for a crane. Dale's not going to be able to come this year. It's going to be too crowded, even though it's outside. We want Dale to beat the odds. There's an 80% survival rate of the first year after transplant. 20%, they don't make it. The risk is infection. Most of the deaths the first year from infection. And that's the reason we're still wearing masks and being careful. He'll probably wear a mask in crowded places the rest of his life. This is a colonial city, founded on the water, founded on the creek. And historically, this creek has flooded. They finally did some flood control and they left the natural creek through here, but through the city, they put it underground. They made a spillway. So through the heart of the city is a fake creek, and then on the other side of downtown, the natural creek emerges. The fake swan, it's to scare away the geese, which the park doesn't like, but it's not very effective. Here's where the false creek starts. The water goes way under downtown, these huge pipes. But the problem is, this water's still, and it grows algae. But they came up with a plan to plant water plants. Here's what the algae looks like. So the water plants aren't here. They're way down there in downtown, and they invested a lot of money in it. They even moved them in winter and overwintered them in a greenhouse and put them back for summer. You want to buy an old historic candy factory? Dale wishes he could buy that place. It's really cool. Are you familiar with the Barbara Fritsch poem about the flag? That's now an Airbnb. Home is up along the street that way. But let's take a little detour through the park. I want to show you more of the park and the other pool. This is the second pool. And these water plants stay in year round. They come back every year, but they're really fancy water flowers and everything. They're farther down. I'm not going to walk down there today. This is an Art Deco building. That's the second pool. This is the one we prefer to use. And this area is the historic black community. That was the historically the black park and pool. They weren't allowed in the other pool in the other park. This is a private art studio. Around the other way, some really cool things. This is the historic Black Street. This is where all the commerce was. I think the oldest African American parade is still here every year. A beautiful historic black church and another one down there. They have block parties, and there's still an old lodge, very active. The first black hospital was here, the school was here. These two buildings, unfortunately, as the old timers die off, things are getting sold off. That pink building was an African American barber. And the other was the Veterans of Foreign War for the black soldiers. And the barber's for sale now, and the VFW building, unfortunately, was converted just to homes. The challenge is these homes need a lot of work, and these old-timers just don't have the money to fix them up. That's where grants are critical. Family will move off, so they don't understand the value of these houses. And when the old timers pass away, they'll sell them to the as-is companies really cheap. They'll get renovated, and then they'll turn around and sell them for a lot of money. Like my neighbor next door, when we moved in, he was already old. And finally had to move out. He wouldn't accept any help. The city forced him out. The house was in such bad shape. The family, I think, lived in California, and they came and they sold it for only $23,000. And that company immediately turned around and sold it for $100,000. And that man renovated it and sold it for more than $300,000. The family just don't understand the value. It's so sad. The lodge is still very active, and they did win a grant to renovate their parking lot. I think it was finished 6 months ago. It looks so much better. The lodge is across the street from it, and home is right through here, so let's cut through. Back home. Thank you for walking with me. I feel so much better. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye.